Namaste, Namo Buddhaya. Wow, so another 15 days has passed by. The reason I know 15 days is because it's full moon tomorrow. The full moon of November. The uposatha in Buddhism. The uposatha is the equivalent of the Sabbath in Judaism or Sunday in Christianity. It is our holy day. There are 2 each month, one every 15 days of the lunar calendar, the full moon and the new moon or dark moon. And this is my calendar. This, as a monastic, is our calendar throughout the year. It is also the date or the representation of our 4 holy days, Buddhist holy days, like our Christmases and Easters, the full moon of March, the full moon of May, the full moon of July and the full moon of October. As those events come along, I will explain those in more detail. But in the meantime, each 15 days, this full moon, then the new moon, mark an occasion where there is something always for the monastic to do. Now, the day before full moon, I shave my head and get ready for my journey, because tonight I will go on the night bus to Bangalore from my coconut grove, forest, seaside location to inland Bangalore, about 800 kilometers. It's a 12-hour bus journey. I've done it many times before. I'll leave at 5 this afternoon, and I'll arrive at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning at Majestic bus station in Bangalore. And I think there are quite a few videos on this channel already showing bits of that journey here and there. It's a sitting bus, a government bus, ordinary bus, a little bit more luxurious than the local rattly wagon, but it is normal sitting up seats which may recline a little, but not too much. We don't have the opportunity as monks to use the sleeper buses, because a monk oughtn't to lie down with lay people under the same roof. This is a rule in the Vinaya. And it's for this purpose we go to Bangalore, or I go to meet up with other monastics on the uposatha, because I must meet with at least 3 other monks, bhikkhus, in order that we recite our 227 bhikkhu rules, which would include this where you sleep aspect, and many other aspects of our practice. These rules are there to support our practice, not to hinder, and I very much feel and see them as that. Like the 5 precepts of no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying, and no taking of intoxicants support lay people in their practice of meditation, we have the additional support of further quite a few rules. If you're living in a monastery, you increase those rules from 5 to 8, so no sexual conduct whatsoever, so celibacy, no entertainment, no beautification and perfumes, and no sleeping on a luxurious bed, better to sleep on a mat on the floor, and no eating in the afternoon. That's the extra precepts you can take as a lay person if you come to stay in the monastery, which you would find uncomfortable at first, but after a short while, very beneficial to your meditation practice. I practiced in lay life using those 8 precepts for many years, not eating in the afternoon and sleeping on the floor, because it made my meditation easier. So this is why it's an important occasion every 15 days on the uposatha to go to meet up with other monastics and just recite the 227 bhikkhu rules in order to remind ourselves of them and understand more deeply the purpose and how they support us in our practice. Living here in the coconut groves and the forests on the coastal part of southern India is very beneficial to me, because not only are they rules, I don't consider them rules, they are supports, they are an instruction of how to live as a bhikkhu, how to live as a monk in the wild. because this is why they were designed, for monks living outside, how to blend into society and to become invisible. And that is what I try to do. Make no footprint or little footprint on society, be of no burden, no trouble, and hopefully be of some support by my example of how I live. Not by preaching, but by doing. So you've heard the expression, practicing what you preach. For a monastic, it should be all about practice, not preaching. Actually practicing as a monastic with these guidelines that the Buddha set down for us. And this shows people there is an alternative, and there is a way to find happiness or find contentment or become free from suffering in this lifetime. So I'll set off tonight on my bus at 5, arriving tomorrow at 5 a.m. It's a 12-hour journey. After the uposatha, my day in Bangalore, in the monastery, I will eat my main meal there. We will have the Patimokkha recitation in the afternoon. I'll arrive there early in the morning in time for morning puja. I will join them early in the evening for evening puja. And then at 8 o'clock in the evening, 8 p.m. on Tuesday night it'll be now, so tomorrow night, I'll get on the bus again, another 12-hour journey, and arrive back here at 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. 2 nights no sleeping, of course a little bit of dozing on the bus, but we are used to every 15 days on these uposathas sitting up all night. It's called nisachik in Thailand. It's the sitting practice, or not sleeping. So on the full moon and new moon for many years I've sat all night in meditation with no sleep. It's a very fulfilling and useful practice, and I enjoy it very much. The only difference is now, usually the night before with this travelling, I'm sitting up all night also. So I have about 36 hours of no sleep. But I will have a very relaxed day in Bangalore, being very well looked after tomorrow and very well fed. And the journey isn't too bad, the bus isn't too uncomfortable, and I'm now very used to it. It's all part of my practice. So if I get the opportunity to make a video of anything interesting that occurs along the way, I will. But I have already shown many bits of the journey on these previous videos, from Tumkur to Bangalore and from here to Bangalore and around Bangalore. So unless something really interesting pops up, I shall be, let's say, a little absent from here for a couple of days. I may get the opportunity, if it's appropriate, to make a video of the pujas that go on in the Mahabodhi Society, Bangalore, whilst I'm there also. So, have a good uposatha, whatever you're doing, and I will look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Wish you well with your practice. May you be happy, be lucky. Namo Buddhaya.